And in this clip, I'm going to show you the second part of how to interact with the Final Cut Pro layout. To the right of the timeline is the tool palette and the audio levels, or audio meters. Now the tool palette it's just a collection of tools to help you create your project. So whether you want to click and drag or rotate or move around, you can also cut. There's a cutting tool, zooming, cropping. A lot of the tools that you'll be using are basically right here in the palette. And then the audio meters are basically for monitoring your audio levels while you're doing your project. Now, all the windows, the great thing about these windows is that they're all floating windows, which means you can just move them around wherever you want to go. You can put them anywhere just by click dragging the top of them. At the bottom right, you can click drag to make the window larger or smaller in whichever way you choose. So it's really great. I mean, you can move these around anywhere and you can make a wonderful block medley of project windows. Okay, so let's say you totally F everything up though, and it's just going to be a pain in the butt to resize everything. That's fine. You can just go right up to Window at the top of the screen, go down to Arrange, and click Standard. And boom, they're back to normal. Now going back up to Window again under Arrange, now you can see that they have different presets here for you. And you can just go ahead and play around with those, and they basically will just resize windows and move them around accordingly. So let's click 2 up, for example. You now have larger viewers than you do a timeline. It just depends on how you like to edit. Now if you have 2 screens, 2 separate monitors, what's really great is putting your timeline over in one monitor and then your viewer and your canvas and your browser on another one. It makes it so much easier when you're editing larger projects because you just have all that space, all that nice space that you can see everything. Now let's just go ahead and go back to the standard here. Now, let's say you're going around and oops, you accidentally delete a window. That's no problem because the guys at Final Cut Pro are so ridiculously smart that they thought of a way for you to bring that right back. You just go up to Window and hey, look, there's Viewer right there, and it's unchecked. The ones that are checked are the ones that you're viewing right now. So let's go ahead and click Viewer, and hey, it comes back up. Also, if you delete one, you can just go ahead and go back to Standard, and it'll bring it back up again. Now you notice when you move your cursor in between each of the windows, you get this icon with 2 arrows pointing to either side. Similar to resizing by going to the bottom right corner is you click drag and you can pull and you can stretch your windows accordingly. They'll actually move in correlation with each other. So it's a nice way to kind of keep everything together when resizing.